Seaming the pieces of a raglan is actually very easy. For demonstration, I've knitted this piece, which represents the body of the raglan, and this is the armhole leading to the neckline. This piece represents my sleeve, and when you're seaming the raglan, you line up your neckline with your armhole. And I like to gently pin my fabric together so that while I'm seaming, it doesn't move around too much. And when you're seaming a raglan, you use the mattress stitch to seam the sleeve to your armhole. I like to work from the neck down so that if there's any adjustments that I need to make as far as seaming, I can make them under the armpit. So I'm going to turn my knitting so that the neck is facing me and I can work from here down. I'm going to remove that first needle, and for demonstration I'm using a contrasting color, but you would use the same color as your sweater. And for the mattress stitch, you're going to start with one of your pieces. So I'm starting with my sleeve, and you want to go one stitch in from the edge of your fabric. So for us, that's going to be this stitch right here. And you're going to want to follow along this line that stitch creates, row by row. So working with that stitch, I insert my needle, and there's a bar in between the V of the stitch. You want to insert your needle under that bar and pull through. Then you want to go to the piece you're seaming and again go one stitch in, and using the opposite of where you just put your needle, do the same thing on the other side and pull through. And you can keep it kind of loose at the beginning and then pull your seaming yarn tight as you go along. So now go back to the opposite side, and using the same column that your stitch was in before, go under the bar and pull your yarn through. Now go to the other side. Go into the next bar and pull your yarn through. You're going to continue in this pattern until you reach the underarm. Once you get to the point at the underarm where you bound off 2 or 3 stitches before starting the shaping, you're going to want to stop seaming and change how you're doing it just a little bit. So you can see the stitches, they're bound off versus decreased, and it's like that on the body of the sweater and on the sleeve. So my seaming thread is on this side of the fabric, so I'm going to take my needle and I'm going to go under a full stitch and pull through. Pull through kind of loosely. Then you're going to go to the opposite stitch on this side, and you're going to go to sort of the equivalent and then move one over. So I think this would be the opposite of what I just did, so I'm going to go one stitch over. And pull through. Now go back and insert your needle into the next stitch where your yarn just came from. Right here. Then go to the opposite side and insert your needle into the next stitch, inserting it where the yarn just came from, going under the whole stitch. And you can see that I'm forming, it's loose, but you can see that I'm forming another stitch into my knitting. And if you were using the same color thread that is your sweater to seam, it would be invisible. But that's all there is to it.